It is every player's dream to walk into the stadium and be greeted with cheering fans. At that point, the player should acknowledge the cheer by just lifting his hands and clapping up to the sky. That is the fulfillment of his joy as he walks through the tunnel onto the pitch. His first touch to the field should signify a warrior of some sort, ready to do battle for his fans and entertain them. But this is not that story. Only Gor Mahia and AFC Leopards players can boast of this reception before the match, mildly I must say. After the match, the factors of whether you will be cheered, jeered, or run off the field will highly depend on the outcome. But by now the players are used to this and the pressure is intense on their side. Other teams in the local league just imagine fans as they make their way onto the pitch. Their 12th man is rarely on the pitch. But again, this is not that story. Let us sink into the issue of our yesteryear's football. The years that the fans filled the pitch, that every tackle, every touch, every pass, every move, every stop and every hold was cheered upon with the drum beats at the stadium did not stop 90 minutes into the game. Whether a team was winning, the 12th man was at hand to push the players to do their duty, to entertain. This is the story of Josephat Murila, controller, and to his teammates simply Attorney General. In 1954, Kakamega, Malemba, Buhulunya village had brought forth a son, just like any other sons they have brought forth before. But just as so many of these songs before and after, he was meant for the pitch. He would earn a rider to his name sometime in the future. He would be prowess along with the wings. The streets would name him Controller, and his fellow junior teammates would name him Attorney General, while his parents named him Josephat Murila, and Kenyans would call him Josephat Murila Controller. His football days are tracked back to Kakamega High, where he hails from. In 1968, he was playing for Home FC in his location as a striker. Later on, he played for Kericho All-Stars before joining provincial side Mulembe FC in 1971 in the provincial league then. In 1974, he found himself playing for Abaluya Nakuru Football Club that was later changed to Abayengo FC. He came in as a striker and later moved to the central midfield before finally settling in as a defender. December 1978, AFC Leopards came calling after they spotted him in the Abananda Cup, a local tournament in Kakamega. And again, Murila had to change positions as a holding midfielder as he moved. Here he was now home, as AFC was a nationwide team with great players. Here he met the likes of Joe J.J. Masiga, John Baraza, Noah Wanyama, Victor Mugumbi, and MacDonald Mariga's father, Asisi Okumu, and David Asibwa, among others. When he arrived at AFC Leopards, he was directly put in the field of play. AFC was then heading to Somalia for the Eastern Central Tournament. The team was then under the stewardship of Robert Kiberu as the head coach. Being a Luya, Murila was out to play for the name, and it was the highest you could get as a player then. And here, he was at the peak of his career. Between 1979 and 1987, AFC Leopards won the league title 4 times, and Murila was part of the team. In 1980, in 1981, in 1982 and 1986, he took the league and kept it. Murila also won the Sekafa Cup 4 times in 1979, 1982, in 1983 and in 1984. You wouldn't guess the man's achievement by just meeting him in the streets. You would have to sit down with him and pick his brain. By now, Murila had settled back and was playing in defense. Funny enough, the name controller did not come from the pitch. Just like Attorney General, it was given to him by his fellow players. He was a talkative one, and he would advise the team to help them bond together as they were from diverse backgrounds. In short, he was mkuu wa sheria. His first call-up to the national team, Harambee Stars, was in 1978, but he did not report for the Malawi assignment due to work commitments. He was to get another call-up in 1979 from the coach Stephen Yongo. Murila was at AFC Leopards for 8 years, which he credits for his success. Nowadays, players keep moving clubs from time to time after just a few years. But then it was about the club. They were one huge family, and leaving your family was a tricky affair. That explains why he stuck with one team for quite a long time. When they say that these men like Josephat Murila played soccer far above their passion, far above a matter of life and death, you should believe that. For 8 years, the man manned the AFC Leopards centre-back, and the worst position that AFC Leopards ever came close to being in, position 2. It saddens a man that AFC Leopards once went to relegation at some point in his lifetime, and today, what is their position now? Josephat Murila has his name and nothing more from those days. Like any other story we have told you here, he is thankful for his name. It accords him a lot of respect and doors open at the mention of his name. Apart from that, he has nothing much to show other than a great story that will relish you any day.
We are very happy. I think Kenyans, we have made them, at least we have given them a bit of smile. I think Kenyans are very happy today. At least for a while. Let them also be happy. We knew when to finish them. Because we had to keep Dennis on the touchline and Baraza.
Here is his greatest lineup of all time at AFC Leopards. In between the poles was Abbas. Position 2, the late Musa Okwaro. Position 3 was Shilasi Patrick Omar Bongo. Position 4 was the late Oriano Papa. Position 6, Abdul Barasa. Position 7, the late Francis Kadenge. Position 8 was Hagai Mirikau. Position 9 was Joe J.J. Masiga. Position 10 was Wilberforce Mulamba. And position 10, Noah Wanyama. Here is his Harambee Stars greatest of all time. In between the poles was Abbas, the late Hussein Keri, Otieno Basanga, Nabiso, Bobby Ogola, $6 Million Man, Jared Ingutia, Salim Tabu, Nahashon Mahila, Joe J.J. Masiga, Wilberforce Mulamba, and Ambrose Ayoyi. man who played his football for 15 years as a defender, you would expect that he should have fetched enough cards. Then shock on you. The man only got 1 yellow card in his entire career and not even a single red card. He picked the yellow card in Zanzibar on national duty. When asked if he let anyone go past him, he calmly asks, "Being left behind doing what?" The man was a great defender. To say that is a mean thing, but there is not a better adjective to hit the nail home. This is another great son that entertained those who came before us. This is the story of Josephat Murila. For 15 years he got no red card, for 8 years he won 4 league titles, 4 regional titles, and remains true to his game.
Shemeji nao tunawapenda, shemeji nao tunawapenda, mashemeji miaka mingi, mashemeji miaka mingi, lakini Gor Mahia hatuipendi, lakini Gor Mahia hawatuwezi, vuvuzela kelele tupu. Mashemeji tunawapenda, mashemeji tunawapenda, mashemeji wa miaka mingi, mashemeji wa miaka mingi, lakini Gor Mahia hatuwapendi, lakini Gor Mahia hawatuwezi, vuvuzela kelele tupu. Abana Bengwe, Abana Bengo, Hallelujah Befwe, Abana Bengwe, Hallelujah Befwe, Abana Bengwe, Jabe Galo, Moja Kavu, Jabe Galo.